Hey, Plax here. So I got permission to start another project. So this one is actually for the family, it's not for me. The grand plan on this guy is he's actually going to be up in the living room as a media center slash VR. So he's going to be piecemeal. He's going to be a step-by-step project. So right now, most of this is actually loaner parts. The case is obviously ancient, but it gives me something to build into. Old power supply, old SSD. I'm actually borrowing half the RAM from Nuada for this. So it still gives me 16 gigs of 266 DDR4. I got a RX 460 card for right now, but that'll be changed out later. But I got one of the brand new Ryzen 5 1500Xs, which is the highest 4-core 8-thread that they have. This setup, I don't see a reason to go for a 6-core and 8-core, but worst case, I can upgrade it to a later, so makes sense to me. And then we got an ASRock X370 Gaming K4. It's Fatality Edition. But the grand plan on this is going to be a red-black build. So I picked a motherboard that's got black with red accents, it's got red LEDs. It also does RGB on it too. But the grand plan later on, we're going to get a full modular, we're going to get a beautiful red case to put it into, get some red RAM to actually match it. This will go back into Nuada. NVMe SSD, so I don't have to deal with SATA hard drives, plus it'll be faster anyway. And then I'm going to get one of the Asus Strix RX 480 combos for this, so that way get the much better cooling, get the RGB factor in the grain. It's probably going to be red anyway, or if I have to, I can even do the temperature monitoring for this, get it going. There's even rumor that the 500 series are coming out soon, so by the time I get around to a video card, it might be a 580. I don't know. Hell, it might be Vega. I don't know. Original plan I had a 1070, but doing some research that honestly 480 should do for what we're looking for. I mean, we're not doing super high-end AAA gaming on it, so it'll be fun. Mostly we watch movies off of it, we'll web browse, but like I said, we're going to add VR to it, and most VR setups I was looking up, 480 is more than enough to run the stuff. So for right now, I'm just going to put this thing together, get it going, get the operating system on there, and put it in a position where I can start using as a media up in the living room, and it frees up the old APU system that we have up there. So that'll probably come down here for my use or one of my kids' use. I don't know yet. So this is just a preliminary. So I figured I'd show it off, and I'll just do step-by-step videos as I get in the enhancements. So probably be a couple of pieces at a time, but realistically, this is probably going to take me about a year total to get everything, including the VR setup, because this came out to be about $2,000 total on the bill of materials based on how we spec'd it. So far, we spent $300, so we obviously got a ways to go. I'll get to it. Alright, so obviously first step is got to put the motherboard in. Doing some research, like I said, I was trying to go for a black-red build, so having that as my guideline to start with, and having the Ryzen stuff number 2, originally came up with a B350 board that I was looking at, but believe it or not, I actually talked myself into going all the way up to an X370, and that was mainly because I was interested, if I had to down the road, if I wanted to crossfire the system, you have to have an X370 to do it. B350s don't. They will do overclocking, so that was never an issue. It was literally just whether or not I want to put a second video card in. So I like this guy. It even comes with the high band Thessalai bridge in here by default. So hilariously, if I ever get a second one for Nuada, I have an HP bridge to start with. I can always just upgrade later to a nicer looking one. So since that's pretty much the only system in the entire house that even has an NVIDIA card, everything else is a Radeon or APU. So beautiful board. Haven't actually gotten it out of the bag yet. I kind of took a peek earlier, but go ahead and close this guy. Get this out. See, nice and shiny red. So it's nice anodized. It's got some creative lines on it too. So bam. Let's see if I can get that in there. Oop, too much glare. So based on what the picture's showing is this actually lights up RGB down here, but I got RGB headers here so I can run strips off of it and not have to have an extra controller or whatnot. So it's got a, where's it? 1M.2 is down here, one's here, and technically it's got a third one here, but this is for like if I want to put a Wi-Fi chip in it or something. So I don't think I will. So that's interesting. I've never seen them zip tie the static to it before. The anti-static pad, sorry. So let me go ahead and get that cut off real quick. Wish I had my diagonal cutters down here, but I don't. So, come on, I don't want to damage you. Get that out. Get that out. These guys. So, this was another one of those projects where I was just kind of doing it in the back of my head, ran the list online, kept track of it. I was just goofing off, showed it to the spouse. The spouse was like, cool, let's do it. So, I don't know if that means my spouse is crazy or I have the best spouse in the world or both or neither, whatever, but I'm not complaining. The only thing the spouse is making sure is we keep it budgeted properly, which I'm not going to argue is a bad thing. So beautiful art. IO shield on the back here that's actually part of it. Comes down, covers that. And then the back plate, which I got to put in anyway. I'll go ahead and do that. It actually matches the nice theme also. So let me get that out. Trash over there. So yeah, it's a Fatality Edition. Honestly, I don't care. So I've had their stuff before. It's a name they throw on for marketing. I'm not really going to argue on that. So let me get this over. Oy. Whee! Okay, and down. Sorry for the shaking. Oh, cool. I just took a photo in the middle of it. Ha! I'll put that up. I don't know what that did to the recording, though. I think it's still... Yeah, it's still recording. Okay. Whee! Let's get the IO shield in. Yeah, this is a really ratty case. I've had this thing forever. This is one of the old Antec cases. Honestly, what it is, it's a rebranded Chief Tech Dragon case, I think. That originally came with like an Antec 450 power supply. I keep it because the damn thing works. So it's got, what was it, 3, 6, 3.5 inch bays and 3 or 4, 5 1/4 bays. So, and it supports ATX, so all good. You know what? Get these off. Get it. How the heck do I even get to you? There we go. Oops, come up as a sheet. Whatever. I do like what they did with the PCI slots for the X16s. They're the armored ones, so they actually, there's a steel plate all the way around that's designed per their marketing as a stiffener and an RF shield. The idea being video cards are getting bigger and heavier, so it puts more strain vertically on the slot, which makes sense when you have it standing up. It's a lot of gravity going, it's going to shearing force, there you go, going down the motherboard. So they put a beefier armor plate to help stabilize the plastic, and then that's got much bigger prongs in through the motherboard. So less snapping. Granted, I've never seen it happen, but then again, I haven't been putting in like massive fully loaded water-cooled Titans or anything in here, so, or any computer. So yeah, my personal, I go for the upper, the mid-range. That's why I went with the 1070 on Nuada. I said originally it was spec'd out as a 1080, but then when I was looking at it, I pretty much only do 1080p gaming. So 1080 is really no benefit over a 1070. I mean, the monitor is only 60 Hz anyway, so I'm already blowing way past what they can handle. So let's get all these screws in. heck? One of these. Yep, micro screw. Oh yeah, yeah. Where are the bigger ones that I was using? Nope. Kidding me? One of the reasons I can't wait to get another case for this thing. Hell, if I had the spare money, I would have just bought a $40 floater case. I like this one and all, but it's got 80mm fans in here, and who the heck carries 80mm anywhere? Everyone's going 120 or 140. There's kind of like no bonus or no perk to it anymore. I have no idea why you're not working. Oh well. How about I just skip that one since it's just the one in the middle? Okay. Wait. What the heck? Don't fit either. I'm getting really confused on some of these. Oh, okay. It's taking the bigger ones. Whatever. Whee! Apologies if I'm hitting the microphone. It's right below my chin and I'm having to look down. My shotgun mic, I was hoping that would work when I got it here. The damn thing is dead, like fully. So it's not just power, it's I can't get any signaling through it whatsoever. Random dust. I don't know where that even came from. Come on. This pick-a-screw thing is kind of getting on my nerves. Looks like the back two were the only ones that were oversized. Everything else is these smaller ones. Probably just some leftover standoffs I was using. Okay, so I'm missing a standoff in here, but it's below the video card, but I do have the one that's right above it. So I'm pretty sure this one is to help reinforce the motherboard for when you put a second heavy card in, so that it doesn't bulge in this section. I don't have that standoff, but I don't have a card there, so I don't think it's an issue. So, then again, famous last words, right? Yeah, this won't be an issue. Or here, hold my beer. Come on. Get in there. I don't know where I put my good screwdriver. I haven't used this dinky one. Got an awesome rubber gripped one with a magnetic tip. Always get at least one screwdriver with a rough magnetic tip, so that way when you drop your screws, you can pick it up. So this one's actually a little bit too weak on some of these screws, so they're falling off right at the end. The other one actually has a true magnet on the tip. Oops, nope. You're a small one. Of course you are. Why would you be regular size? The only saving grace on this one is he's stubby enough to fly through the case with no issue. So, IO's in, ports are in, motherboard is in. Yay, great. Okay. So, next step. Crack open the processor. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Let's get this cleaned up first. Put him in. One complaint about this box, believe it or not, is the handle. It's not that it has one. It's the friggin' thing sticks out too far. What the? So it's great. It's like this, but then when you need to close the box, you push it in. Well, it pushes the plastic too far and it hits everything on the inside. So, whatever. Good for that right now. Processor. What's that for right now? Do you want to void the warranty or start the warranty? Whatever the heck. Yes, I do. So let's slice the logo open. Yay! Yay, I've officially bought it. Ha! So there's the beautiful chip. Whoa, of course you are. See if I can manually do this. Nope, wrong. I need that one. Oh, there you go, Ryzen 5 1500X. Says 1500X right there. So we're good. Gonna put you back. Close enough, if not perfectly. Best part is this guy also comes with a fan. So I didn't have to buy an aftermarket one. Now granted, I mean, most of the tests people have been doing online, these things are good for what they are. They're not the greatest, but they're not the worst either. They do support mild overclocking. And they're pretty damn silent too for most tests that I've seen. So what do oh, I gotta take the brackets off, that's right. So let's swing you back. Down you go. Okay. Sorry, having to do it manually. I don't have a real video camera. If I had the money to buy one of those, I would have bought one, or I would have bought more computer parts. Take a pick of which would have happened. Ha! So I'm liking that they got a lot of the text on here is actually printed in black or a dark gray, so it kind of blends in really well. Versus some of them where you got the horrendous white text right on top of the black motherboard. But it's also got this red banding showing where the M2 drives are. Hilariously, it also has like arrows pointing into how to use them. Screws winning. Can't let that happen. Alright, there we go. Alright. So moment of truth. It. Really? Thank you. Man, this will be my first AMD chip since my 6300, so it shows how long it's been. I got that sucker when it, like, pretty much... I got a 4300 when it came out, and I swapped it for a 6300 a couple months later. Just because performance-wise, I'm looking for the arrow, which is here. So for some reason, the socket is sideways. Man, that's a small chip. That's gloriously small. I love it. Okay, and I'm checking the compound on here. I don't see a cover. I don't see a... I must peel off first. You are where? Oh, you're up there. Perfect. So we are going to set him there. Alright, that was a pain in the butt. I was able to get it on. So, yeah, of course, when you take the mounting bracket off, the back plate starts sliding out the back of the motherboard. So you kind of got to get it to come back forward, grab it. So at this point, this should be the last screw. There we go, all four tightened. And then this guy goes right here. Let's see, peel fine. Excellent. All right, slots for the RAM. A1, A2, B1, B2. Okay, perfect. Next step. So my beautiful Ballistics Elite RAM. There you go. 266. Each of these is 8 gig. So there you go. Let's pop him up, pop him up. Let's see what this does. Yep. Okay. I say I'm actually enjoying these single lever RAM slots. They're much easier to deal with. than the dual slots where you got to push it in and then both pieces have to snap down. If they don't snap down, then it won't work. And if you have to do it after the fact, it's easier to take it all the way out than it is to pop the one piece back down because it just snaps your finger. Alright, so this goes in here, which goes in, whoops, in there, dropping a screw from something else. I will save the Ryzen sticker until I get the actual case, because I think it'd be awesome to show it off on that. But for right now, I can all go back in like this, and yep, slide in there. There we go. Good old box. There we go. Out of the way. You come with me to get out of the way. Alright, motherboard, PC, and RAM. Next up will be graphics card. Whee! Yeah, works for me. So, I'm going to keep a nice running list of what parts that are planned are in here. Whoops, awesome cover. What parts that are planned for the official build are in here and which ones are temporary. You go down, okay. There we go. All right. So, cheapo card, but it works. And at least lets me get the latest drivers on with all the features. It's just an underperforming card compared to what I want to do. But decent analog. So, yeah, it's a card out of one of my other computers. So, okay. Next. The horrendousness that is the cables. I always hate these things. Okay. Power switch. Reset switch is... Are you kidding me? Wait, what? Oh. Power's there. Resets is down here. Hard drive LED on the bottom. No, power LED. At least hard drive LED on top. Okay, works for me. Okay, power supply. This, once again, loaner. Official one's gonna be nice, pretty, fully modular. So, ooh, no, there's no point. Let's see, I got some awesome black screws in here, but the back of the case is steel, so wouldn't actually fix anything. My black cases, it's awesome because it holds in there good. Right. You know what? There we go. Let's do it that way. And it's still a beefy, solid power supply. That's why I keep it as a test bench. Oops, let's pop the strap so I don't have a huge bundle trying to squeeze through a small hole. There we go. Get that on the other side. There we go. Just noticed my ponytail was hitting the camera lens. Two, three, come Come on, get in there. Four. Okay, that's all in. Next step, getting the power cables in. Yep, huge mess. Okay, there's the one. Give me my motherboard power, which is not that one, not that one. I think it's this one. Up and over. Out of the way for right now. Right, I'm gonna loop you so it actually pins itself away from the fan. Okay. This guy comes down. And he's gonna go up in here. Alright. Motherboard is powered at this point. You can tuck up and away. Yeah, go in there. Works for me. Power, motherboard, CPU, memory, video card. Next up is hard drive. Which for that, I'm just using an old SSD I got right now. As soon as I get my NVMe drive, he'll be the sole drive. That way I don't have to deal with any SATA cables or extra power cables. It'll just be the literal bare minimum to get it going. Okay, so I will pull this guy all the way down. These will all get tucked up top. Let's go ahead and put the bundle back on him. There we go. Bam. And this guy, I want SATA 1, which is on the bottom. What's that guy? So, in, done, done. Excellent. That goes there. And that goes there. Perfect. I gotta find my mounting plate. It's buried somewhere, but for right now, it's good enough. Like I said, this is just to get the thing built, get it installed. I'll worry about finishing and upgrading it later. So that should cover it. So let me get keyboard, monitor, and everything else hooked up, and then we'll try it. Alright, well I got it all done now. Did some little bit of benchmarking on it. Cinebench came out to be 807 stock, which is running at 3.5 gigahertz. I overclocked it up to 3.8 gigahertz, and that got it up to 832. But it's still kind of throttling itself and keeping it artificially at 3.5-ish gigahertz. For reference, Nuada, which is my old my Skylake 6700K, he's running at 4.6 gigahertz and he gets a 930. So pretty damn good for a chip that's only 180 bucks. So fun little computer when it's up and running. So I definitely don't see any issues with this thing. I mean, hell, if these things were around, I probably never would have gone Intel. I would have just gone straight to these guys. Might have even gone for a 6 or an 8 core for myself. So, but I mean, as far as the family PC upstairs, like I said, I don't think I need anything more than a 4 core. So I think this guy's like perfect. I mean, it would have been an extra $100+ to go Intel just for the name only. So we get something like a 7600K or something like that. Yeah, I mean, he's done. Sitting here idling about 3 gigahertz right now. not much else I can show on it. So, for my purposes, it's good. It's going to look ugly in the living room for a little while, but oh well. I said down the road, get a new pretty case, and at that point, it'll actually be presented properly in the living room, and in a way that doesn't, it makes it stand out, but not in a way that makes it gaudy. So, as soon as we get that done, I'll do a video on that. So, like I said, expect more videos on this as I get the more parts and upgrade it down the road. But, I mean, for right now, I mean, it's as clean as you can get it. It's just a motherboard, processor, video card. There's nothing really to it. So, it's not going to get filled up. So, and remember, the case is getting replaced. So, don't make comments on this. This was literally just a temp case so I could actually get the system imaged and running. So, we'll worry about case later. So, all right. If you got any questions, just post them below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.